So today we're going to talk about homemade air filters. What I like, what I don't like, and how I did it. Stick around. Okay, so I made these air filters probably 3 years ago now. It's basically a box fan with a furnace filter on the back. And the idea being you turn it on, the fan pulls air from behind through that filter and filters out things in your room. And clean air comes out the front. I've seen a lot of guys use these in their shop with a less efficient filter to filter out sawdust particles in the shop. And a great use for that too. But these we made specifically to use in our bedrooms at night so we could have some cleaner air while sleeping. I did these two ways. And the one way I'm going to undo now and do it the other way. So with this first one here, it's time to change these out. So we're gonna open this up. Just pop that up. And take this out. This is the old one. So you can see here, what I did with this one, I ran the C channels. These are J channel. This is J channel that you would get in the hardware store for vinyl siding. It's basically just a J, and it helps to cap the ends of siding on your house, but it fits perfectly a 1-inch furnace filter. And so you can buy a piece of this and cut it to length and then attach it to your fan, and this holds the filter in place and allows you to easily change it out. I've seen a lot of people use duct tape or things to hold those filters to it. One, it doesn't look too great, and two, then you got to take that tape off and you have goo and stuff. This is awesome because it's easily removable if you ever need to go back straight to the box fan, and the filters come on and off pretty easy. They go on much easier than they come off, but when they're coming off, they're going to go in the trash, so you can just bend it like I did with that one. But my original idea was I was going to drill into these steel supports here, get a washer and a self-tapping screw, and attach them here. And it worked okay. Obviously it's working. I've been using it for 3 years. But for the amount of time and effort I put into it, it wasn't worth it. What I decided to do for the second one was I took the J channel and I ran it perpendicular to the ground. And instead of drilling and using washers and screws, I used zip ties. So essentially this could be a super simple project for anybody to buy a box fan, a filter, some zip ties, and a piece of J channel. You just cut the J channel to length and then zip tie it in place. And so what I'm going to do today is I'm going to take that one off and put it on like this and just show you how to do that. Stick around if you want to watch me do that. Otherwise, you get the gist. A little tip here, if you go to some of the smaller stores, the store brand filters with the same efficiency rating, this one was $2 or $3 cheaper than the big box name brand one. So just gonna open it up, and basically you slide it in. Let's grab it. So I'm just gonna open this up. Make sure you look and see which way air is supposed to flow. They've all got little arrows on there, and so that's going to point towards the front of the fan. Put the date you put it in there so you know when it's time to change it. But it's as simple as taking it up and getting it set in those J channel tracks. Setting it down, and off you go. We change it every couple months, and we turn these on at night, and it just filters the air in the bedrooms, makes it that much more pleasant to sleep, much healthier. So if you're looking for an inexpensive way to filter your air, go ahead and give this a try. No, it is not the most attractive thing to look at, but I don't necessarily think it looks bad either. And for the price of a filter and a box fan, some J channel and zip ties versus a purpose-built air filter, you're going to save a ton of money. The only downfall being that this is much louder. You know, it's as loud as a box fan is loud. We find that while we're sleeping, it's not an issue. The white noise is actually helpful. But if you wanted this out in a living space, you might want to think about that. On low though, it's not really too much noise to be worried about. Alright, so for this one I'm going to take off what I did with the screws and washers, and we're going to install it just like the other one. Not necessarily because I need to do this, but that'd be a good, I don't need a third one, so it'd be a good way to show you guys how simple it is. Because drilling and screwing and plus the cost of the hardware did not make this as cost effective as doing it with zip ties. So then we're just going to take the J channel and some zip ties and hold it in place and put it on. You're going to want the J channel to run parallel to the outside of this white plastic. So for this fan, it's going to be the one furthest outside. The other thing you need to consider is you want to have a fan with the controls on top. I know there's some fans that have the motor controls on the back. That's not going to work for this project, because then once you put the filter on, you wouldn't be able to adjust the speed. So make sure you got one with the controls on the top. You may want to grab a screwdriver or something to poke through here to help you bend these zip ties back through. It's a pretty tight turn to go around through this little grid here. So I'm just going to get this loosely on there until I get all of them, and then I'll tighten it up. Then we do the same thing for the other side. And there you have it. The J channel is securely attached to the box fan. You just take your filter, open it up, check the airflow direction, and slide it down in. That's all there is to it. Now you've got filtered air for a fraction of the price of a commercial air filter. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, consider hitting that subscribe button, and share it with someone you think might want some cleaner air for their bedrooms. Till next time, take care.